Heartbreak for the Irish after that controversial goal. Well, FIFA has released a statement just in the last few minutes. As I told you before, the Irish Football Association said it was lodging an appeal, lodging a protest to this game and demanding a replay. However, FIFA say they have yet to receive an official request from the FIA. They went on to say, the World Football governing body, that the referee's decision is final and they would not comment on decisions taken by match officials. They added that Law 5 of the laws of the game states that the decisions of the referee regarding facts connected with play, including whether or not a goal is scored, and the result of the match are final. Well, initially, the first call to replay this game was made by someone representing the Irish government. He was Dermot Ahern, Justice Minister of Ireland. He joins me now live from Dublin. Mr. Ahern, thank you so much for joining us live on World Sport. I believe you were the first person who called for this match to be replayed. You are incensed, I imagine.
Yeah, like every other Irish supporter, when we went to bed last night, we were very disappointed. When we woke up this morning, to a certain extent, we thought we were coming out of a nightmare, and maybe it didn't happen at all, but it did. And at the crack of dawn this morning, I contacted the chairman, the CEO, the chief executive of our local football association, the Football Association of Ireland here, John Delaney, to say to them that I think the least our fans deserved was a replay. We don't mind being beaten fair and square. Indeed, our supporters are probably an exemplar around the world in the way in which they behave, even when they're defeated. And they would walk away if they believed that they were fairly beaten. But they weren't fairly beaten last night. And I got a text from John Delaney at 2:30 today, Irish time, to say that they were going to lodge a complaint. I don't accept what FIFA say in their recent statement, because they themselves ordered a rematch back in 2005 in a World Cup qualifier between Uzbekistan and Bahrain, where they demanded that a replay take place because of what they termed a technical error by the referee. So, they're very adept at quoting the rule book, but they're not that adept at quoting what they say themselves, and that is fair play, as Trapattoni said in his interview, the Irish manager. What does this say to the thousands and thousands of young sports people coming up? That what it says in effect is that you can cheat and get away with it. And, it's not right for anyone to say, this happens in every game. This was not every game. This was one of the most important games affecting Irish football and French football. A lot was at stake. Unfortunately, international soccer has now got to the stage where it does involve millions and millions of pounds and euros and dollars. But at the end of the day, this is sport. And I think we should regard it as sport, and that the very least our supporters expect should be a replay.
So in your view, what can the Football Association of Ireland now do, and how can the government support them if you are going to lodge a protest with FIFA?
Well, I don't speak on behalf of the government. I speak as a football fan. I made these comments to a number of people this morning, and obviously it got out because of the position I hold here in Ireland. But I've no doubt that any fair-minded person, not just in Ireland but across the world, when they see what has happened, would see that, particularly in the context of the player admitting that this happened and that he did handle the ball. And you only have to look at his own reaction. Immediately the so-called goal is scored. All the other players, French players, celebrate, whereas he's looking very sheepishly as he's behind the goal, to the side of the goal, because he knows in his heart and soul that this was an illegal goal. And I don't accept what he says, that this was not intentional, because anyone who knows their soccer knows that in relation to what happens in the penalty box when a penalty is given or not given, the issue is it hand to ball or ball to hand?
If you were a member of the French Football Federation,
in this clear instance, it was hand to ball.
If you were a member of the French Football Federation, sir, would you suggest a replay?
Well, I think, the question has been put to me many times today and to other Irish people. What if the shoe was on the other foot? If the shoe was on the other foot, we would be down at heel. We would not want to win a game by cheating. And in all fairness, I think the French would have that view. To be fair to French people and French friends that I have, they are all distraught at the fact that they are now being accused of in effect, cheating.
Mr. Ahern, thank you so much for your time on a sentimental day, an emotional day for the Irish. The Justice Minister of Ireland, Dermot Ahern, thank you very much for your time live from Dublin, reacting to this incident that has everybody talking about following Ireland's elimination at the hands of France.